Hello everybody and welcome back to the Well Worth It channel. So this video is 8 wrestlers that currently work for WWE. Some of them are on-screen authority figures, some are commentators, and the rest are either producers or backstage personnel. The first wrestler that I'd like to talk about today is Adam Pearce, the current authority figure for Monday Night Raw. This man is a 5-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. It's kind of interesting to see him just as an authority figure, but I would like to see him wrestle again one day. He's also worked for Ring of Honor, and he's even in the NWA Hall of Fame class of 2015. This man is highly underrated, and I would like to see him wrestle at least one more match in WWE. He actually worked for WWE back in the 90s in 1997 for 4 months. He was enhancement talent. Clearly he wasn't ready for the big time at that moment, but he eventually got there. He's there now. Wrestler number 2, Nick Aldis, the current general manager for SmackDown. Nick Aldis has held championships all over the world. He's a 1-time IWGP Tag Team Champion, 1-time Noah Tag Team Champion. Both of those are from Japan. He's also a 1-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion and a 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Him and Adam Pearce had a great feud. It's probably one of the best indie feuds that I've seen. He's my age. He's 39 years old. I don't know why he's done with I don't know why he's done with his in-ring wrestling. Maybe we will see him wrestle again one of these days. I would like to see it. I'm sure you guys would too. Third, Abyss, or Chris Parks. He's currently a backstage producer in WWE. If you watch the show Unreal, he's the one that's always saying, "I'm sorry" to everybody. And they're always telling him to stop saying sorry. Chris Parks looks like a very nice man. He's a 1-time NWA Heavyweight Champion. He's also held all types of titles in TNA, except for the biggest title, the World Heavyweight Champion. That's the only one that he didn't get. He worked with TNA for many, many years. WWE, back when they were WWF, they wanted him to come in and wrestle Mankind or Mick Foley back in the day, but he said no because he was worried that WWE would just, have that one-off with him and then do nothing. And he ended up having a very good career in TNA, and eventually he finished. And now he's a producer with WWE. 4, Wade Barrett. He's currently a commentator for WWE. Again, don't really know why he finished with his in-ring. I think he got hurt. He was the founder of the Nexus, the leader of the Nexus. He's a 1-time King of the Ring winner. He worked for WWE from 2010 to 2016. Then he was released, and he came back in 2020 as a commentator. He worked for NWA for a brief 9 months after WWE. He didn't really do much in NWA. I would like to see Wade Barrett come off the commentary desk. I would have liked to see him wrestle John Cena during his retirement tour, because we all know John Cena buried the Nexus and buried Wade Barrett. Bad News Barrett was a good character, multiple-time champion, and I'd like to see him wrestle again. Maybe put him against Drew McIntyre. That would be cool. Next, Bobby Roode, the Glorious One, another underrated talent. This man has worked for WWE, TNA, NWA, and New Japan, and even House of Glory. He's a multiple-time champion, 2-time World Heavyweight Champion in TNA. He's a one-time NXT champion, three-time WWE Tag Team champion, and a one-time United States champion. When he was on the main roster during the end of his career, he was pretty much stuck in a tag team with Dolph Ziggler. But they did win the tag team belts a couple times. I would have liked to see him do a little more, maybe win the Intercontinental Championship. He lost the United States Championship to Randy Orton when Randy Orton really didn't need it. But a couple of years ago, he just quietly stopped wrestling, and now he's a backstage producer. The next man I want to talk about is Tyson Kidd, Natalya Neidhart's husband. This man does a lot for the wrestling community. He actually has a wrestling school and teaches kids and teenagers and gets people to come up into the wrestling. This man, he worked for New Japan for a few years before he became a WWE lifer. He's a three-time WWE Tag Team champion, and he was kind of stuck in the cruiserweight field and wrestled on 205 Live a lot. And I believe he hurt his neck, and that's why he doesn't wrestle anymore. But he is a backstage producer, just like Jamie Noble and a few others. Tyson Kidd, I really could care less if I see him wrestle again, because he was pretty much just an NXT guy, for the most part. The next guy I want to talk about is Gregory Shane Helms, the Hurricane. He began his career in WCW in 1999, and he debuted in WWE during the Invasion storyline. He stayed with WWE until 2010, until he was released, and he went to TNA for a little while, didn't do very much in TNA, and Ring of Honor too. And then eventually he came back to WWE. He kind of got stuck in the comedy role as the Hurricane. He was stuck in like the hardcore 24/7 championship. He's a two-time tag team champion, one-time European champion, three-time cruiserweight champion, and one-time WCW hardcore champion. And the last man that I want to talk about is Freebird Michael Hayes. He's a backstage producer, and we see him on Unseen talking shit about one of my favorite female wrestlers, Chelsea Green. Michael Hayes started his career in NWA and WCW. He became part of WWE in 1995 as part of the Fabulous Freebirds. Believe it or not, he never won any belts in WWE, only in WCW. Him and his tag team partner, they were tag team champions over there. He's a two-time tag team champion and a one-time six-man tag champion in WCW. This man still works for WWE today, 31 years later. Don't you think it's time to retire? I don't know. We all know that he works on Roman Reigns' producing stuff, so he's right up there with Triple H. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Like and subscribe. And I hope that was well worth it.